going to try and achieve with our other guest here tonight is to find out about Floyd's boxing career, because first and foremost, that's what we all know him for. But also, we're maybe going to try and get some questions out to find out a little bit about Floyd the man and how and what motivated him to become the best pound-for-pound boxer in boxing history, for crying out loud, 50 years old, you know? I didn't have much chance when we did Sunday to really research you as thoroughly as I should have done. So for that, please accept my apology first off, Floyd, because you're a great guy, and from the conversations we've had, it's always been smiles. The one thing that shocked me, and I mean really, really shocked me, when I started looking through the research, was I always thought that, Floyd, that you'd had like this fairy tale young life, and it was all, yeah, mum and dad, and Mayweather dynasty, and all this. Do you know what? It was the opposite. And I want you, in your own words, to tell our people here tonight how tough it was the first few years, your childhood, because I never knew that.
First I want to say, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Because without you all, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be at the top. I wouldn't be Mr. TBE. I wouldn't be 50. I needed support. I just need support. I just didn't need support from the American fans. I needed support from fans worldwide. You guys are making a lot of noise in the sport of boxing right now. Congratulations to all the competitors and all the fighters in the UK. You guys have been, like I said before, even like the fight with me and Ricky had, you guys stood behind him. And even like Tyson Fury is a hell of a fighter. You guys have a lot of great fighters in the UK. You guys are coming up. You guys are making a lot of noise once again. And once again, I must say congratulations to you guys, because you guys have been supporting me for so many years, and I couldn't get to the top without you guys. So it wasn't just the American fans. And let's go back to, I want to talk about the things that I've been through in life and the loved ones that I lost. Yeah. And that made me a stronger person. Two of my aunties I lost. One of my aunties used to live with me in my house. She was on drugs heavy. She died of AIDS. Another one of my aunties overdosed on drugs. She lived in my house also. My uncle had a heart attack and died in my house. Two of my best friends actually died. One of my best friends died a month after me and Diego Corrales fight. My best friend died in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Just right before, I think probably a year before me and Pacquiao fought, I lost another best friend. It was a murder and a suicide. My best friend of many, many years, he died. Called me on FaceTime, killed his wife and killed himself, and it really devastated me. And that Manny Pacquiao fight, I dedicated that fight to my two best friends, because they wasn't able to see me get to that magnitude, but you guys were. So, and you know, just my dad going to prison, going out there hustling day in and day out to provide a great lifestyle for me and my family. My mother working odd jobs just to try to make ends meet. Mother on drugs, and I beat all odds to get to where I'm at today. So it just wasn't always the nice cars, the flashy jewelry, and a lot of money. So I'm more than just that, you know. I wake up in the morning just like you guys. I take a shower. I put on my clothes just like everyone else, and I try to make a better way for my family every day.
You had life's a game of cards, if you don't mind me saying. You know, you get cards dealt,
Yes.
they're bad. And some people the next day, they still have these old cards. They don't try and progress with the hand and try and make something of. You were lucky, although you had these bad cards, there was some blessed cards among those bad cards, Floyd, which was the fact that you had people around you like your father and his brothers who were able to, between them, pass on some very, very specialist skills to you. And I'd like you to talk us through maybe what, I know there was turmoil, if you don't mind me saying, I mean that respectfully.
Yes.
I know there was turmoil, but there was also a lot of positive things that you took from those three men in your life that perhaps enabled you to reach the levels that you attained in skills and in mindset as well, as a boxer. Talk us through father and the two uncles, Jeff and Roger, and what they actually instilled into you, not just as a boxer, but as a man.
My dad always taught me. Thank you. My dad always taught me.
Be quiet.
My dad always taught me.
Respect.
Self-preservation is the law of the land. So before I can feed anyone else, I must feed myself first. Before I can take care of anyone outside the home, I must take care of home first. So what I believe in every day is I strengthen my children and my family by giving them wisdom about life. In the boxing world, my dad taught me also, the less you get hit, the longer you can last in the sport of boxing. That's in anything in life. For a person that's working a 9 to 5, an everyday job, you want to take as less punishment as possible on the job so you can last a very long time and feed your family. And then my dad also taught me this. It's never good enough. No matter what, it's never good enough. So anytime I go back and look at certain fights, whether it's fights with Diego Corrales, Arturo Gatti, may both of those fighters rest in peace, but when I go back and look at those fights, it wasn't good enough. I still could have done better. So when I look at all 50 fights, I'll always analyze and say, what could I have done better? My Uncle Roger, oh man, he's offensive minded, whereas my dad's more defense. My Uncle Roger is more offense. But by my Uncle Roger, you know, he's going through a lot right now. If you guys don't know, my Uncle Roger currently is blind. And he's also a vegetable now, if you guys don't know. But that's from him being just offensive minded. Whereas my dad taught me how to be a defensive fighter. But every month I make sure he got the best care and he's taken care of, my Uncle Roger. And right now, my Uncle Roger's daughter, Jade Mayweather, goes to school in London. She goes to school in London. She goes to college in London. So that's the first person from our whole family to go to school outside the U.S. So, you know, that's a plus in my life also. And my Uncle Jeff, even though he wasn't world champion, he was the first out of my dad's brothers to go to college and graduate. That's something I wasn't able to do. Because I wasn't able to go to school because I had to provide a lifestyle for my family. My mother, she was struggling. Her two daughters, my two sisters, they didn't have what they wanted in life. So I seen that God blessed me with a talent. That talent was to fight. So I was in the 12th grade, and I had probably two or three credits to go to graduate. You can either go to the Olympics and take that chance to roll the dice, or you can go to school and make a way for your family. I knew at that particular time, the skills that I had only come once in a lifetime, so I rolled the dice, quit school to put my family in a better position. Within, I'll say 24 months, I was a multi-millionaire, so it paid off.
Now, you see, this is stuff that people don't realise. It's those foundations that made Floyd the great champion that he became. And even as an amateur, I mean, I'm looking at 84 fights as an amateur. Golden Gloves champion 3 times, at 3 different weights. 3 different weights, which we hit on the other day, which then enabled him to be selected for the Olympics. The Olympics, there was a bit of controversy there. A little bit of controversy, but at the end of that controversy, you made the decision to turn pro and go for it big time. Just talk us through that, and that reason, that decision. Obviously, we've just touched on it with the family, but you had to make that decision to go pro.
1996 yeah. Olympic Games. I don't know which country I faced in the first round.
Over here.
Say again?
Over here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't know which country I beat in the first round. Could have been Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. I don't know which country, because when you're at the amateur ranks, you fight against different countries, which we call dual meets. U.S. versus the UK, U.S. versus Mexico. You fight dual meets. But in the Olympics, I got to the semifinals.
The greatest.
I got you.
The greatest.
You guys want to ask questions? We'll talk about that. Don't worry. I got you. We're going to ask questions and have fun. Don't worry.
The greatest.
So, I fought a guy. I was 19, he was 29. He's from Bulgaria. Serafim Todorov. Hell of a fighter. At the end of the fight, in the semifinals, my hand wasn't raised. Actually, once they announced the decision, the referee raised my hand because he thought I won, of course. Even I thought I won. But every day I wake up, I thank God that it happened the way it happened. Everything happens for a reason in life. Everything happens for certain reasons. Am I happy that happened? Absolutely. It was a learning experience to make me dedicate myself and work extremely hard as a professional so I won't feel that same feeling again once I got to a certain level. So I always say congratulations to Serafim Todorov for being the last guy to have his hand raised, even though he didn't actually win. But it motivated me to work extremely hard and dedicate myself. And the advice that I give my children every day is this, because the advice that my dad gave me was totally different. We don't know what a loss is. All we know is to win. Whereas I tell my children this, as long as you give me 100%, no matter if your hand is raised, you're a winner in my eyes. Yeah.
Later that year, after that Olympics controversy, towards the latter part of 1996, Floyd decided to turn professional. His first fight was in Las Vegas, if my memory serves me right. I'm not even looking at my notes for a minute. But I want to talk, Floyd, about that transition and the main difference between the training in amateurs. So all of a sudden you've got to raise the bar and you're now getting paid, and the last thing you need to happen is to lose in that first fight of your record. So, what happens to you? What kicks you in to realise that this is real now? I've got to make money. My family need me. I've got to make money. Let's get it on. Shh.
Well, the difference between amateur boxing and professional boxing is totally different. Whereas you guys fight with headgears on as an amateur. Professional, no headgears. Amateurs, you guys fight with a t-shirt, with a tank top. Professional, no shirt. Amateur, 3 rounds, then eventually, in professional, you go in 12 rounds. So, within under 2 years, I fought 17 fights, then I fought for the world title. The crazy story is about when I fought for the world title was that the guy that I was across from, when I was 15 years old, I had his poster on my wall. Because every month I would get the new boxing book. When I get the new boxing book, we have the pin-up poster. So I take all the posters and hang them on my wall in my bedroom. I was 15 years old. Within 6 years, the same guy that I thought would never lose was the guy that I was fighting against for the world title. And it was Gennaro Hernandez. May he rest in peace. After our fight. After me and Gio Hernandez fight, we became very, very close friends. Eventually, he got cancer, he died, and me being a champion that I am, that I don't talk about normally, I make sure I paid for his funeral because he deserved it.
Bob Arum, even when you were climbing through those first 17 fights, before that 18th first fight, I mean, we're talking as well, guys, let's just get this in perspective. Less than 2 years, he had 17 fights in a period of less than 2 years, and he's fighting for a world title, and he's just 21 years of age.
Yes.
Bob Arum is like, wow, this guy is going to be the biggest thing in boxing for decades. And I want you to talk us through what happened there with Top Rank as well, further down the line.
You know, I don't really think that me and Bob Arum didn't have the same vision. My vision was to promote myself and be big worldwide, whereas he wanted to keep me in a bubble. And I wanted to go out there and put pressure on myself. If I go out there day in and day out and say I'm the best, because I was once told, if you back it up, it's not bragging. Now, if you talk about you're gonna do certain numbers, you're gonna beat certain fighters, and you win some and you lose some, you can't call yourself TBE. Bob Arum, and it's all a learning experience. I've learned a lot from Bob. I learned that when you have a certain promoter when a promoter was never a fighter, he'll never know how you feel. Where I'm a fighter, and I know how fighters feel. So my stable of fighters right now that I'm working with, you know, I got Mayweather Promotions, I got PBC, so I got over probably 300 or 400 fighters. And what I believe in the fighter getting the lion's share. I believe in the fighter winning at the end of the day. Because the fighter is the talent. And my job as a promoter is to put that fighter in position to win. Not just win as far as having his hand raised, but being in a position to be able to feed his family. And also, if these fighters want to listen, teach them how to create generational wealth so they can live their same life when their career is over.
The interesting thing, and I'm sure you're going to smile at what I'm about to say, earlier on tonight, backstage was Nigel Benn's son. I don't know if you had the chance to meet him, which was Conor Benn, right?
Never met him.
Right? Now, you become, boxers go down one of several routes. They either become a journeyman, or they become area champions, maybe a national champion, or they become what I call the chosen ones, right? You were Floyd was a chosen one because of the talent. Straight away, early on, he is honed in on as being somebody that potentially could reach the stars. Hopefully just like Conor Benn right now, who's Nigel Benn's son, yeah? Now, when it gets to that point, you also pick up on that too, as a businessman. And you see that maybe you should be promoting your own fights. It's there already. You then face Jose Luis Castillo, who is the first, former opponent of Hatton's, by the way, but he's also the first man that takes you the distance, the 12 rounds. Talk us through the Castillo, because you fight him twice in the same year.
Well, Castillo wasn't the
Tough
first
man.
Castillo wasn't the first guy to take me 12 rounds.
I thought he was.
He was the first guy to probably win 4 of the 12 rounds. So if you've seen a guy win 4 rounds on Floyd Mayweather, in the world's book, they feel like he won the fight.
Yeah.
Whereas me, myself, I'm a champion. I have the will to win in life. I have the will to win inside that ring. If you feel like a guy won, I say, you know what? Run it back, let's do it again. Let's show the world that the results will be the same. Yeah. And so we faced each other again.
Same year.
Same year, I think probably 90 days or 4 months later, the results was the same.
Let me ask you, when it moved on from the Castillo, you then, as a young man, and it's a natural thing to happen, you guys get bigger. You go from a 19-year-old to a 20-year-old, and you start just getting bigger. You fill out, you become more muscular. And in your case, you take on and become world champion at 5 different weights, from light featherweight right the way through to light middleweight. Now that's a span difference in our language of nearly 2 stone. About 24, 25 pounds, somewhere around there. How does it feel to be fighting at those different weights? Do you feel sluggish at any particular weight? What would be the optimum weight for Floyd Mayweather to be at his very, very best?
Well, actually, I was never really a 154 pounder. I was never a 147 pounder. I was really never a 140 pounder. I was always
140 is 10 stone.
I'm a cheeseburger.
I was really always a lightweight, which is 135 pounds. And I guess you can tell the people what weight class is 135 pounds as far as in kilograms. I know that when I was in the Olympics, I was 57 kilograms, which is 125 and a half in America. So I went from 125 in the Olympics. Then as a professional, I won a world title at 130. Then I won a world title at 135. Won a world title at 140, another world title at 147, won a title at 54. So, what I've always truly believed in is skills pays the bills. I don't believe in a fighter. If a fighter is bigger than that, size has nothing to do with skills. Size has nothing to do with skills. If you can fight, you can fight. You have to find a way to come out on top. You have to find a way to win. So it doesn't matter. It don't matter if it's Oscar De La Hoya, if it's Canelo, it doesn't matter. When you face Floyd Mayweather, like I always said, when you face Floyd Mayweather, you're facing Floyd Mayweather, and I'm fighting just and every fighter is just an opponent to me.
2 things that interested me about Floyd Mayweather in the preparation for a fight.
Yes.
That you've never really studied footage that much of an opponent. You may be asked a few questions, but you're not one for sitting down and studying, and you're not one particularly for changing your style or your training regime for whoever's in front of you. Whereas a lot of fighters do that. They want to know and do their homework maybe on who's coming at them. Whereas in your case, you've just stuck to your game plan and your way, and they'd have to maybe try and work you out rather than you trying to work them out. Talk us through the footage and your preparation to a big fight.
Well, the key to everything is this. The key to everything is this. There's only 3 ways you can learn in life. Hearing, seeing, and physically doing hands-on. And I can learn in all 3 ways. And when I face a fighter, you know, why watch tapes? Because when I get in there and face a fighter, he's going to do something totally different because he's fighting a totally different fighter.
So you never watch tapes? No tapes?
No tapes. Why? What do you mean no tapes? They gotta watch me. I gotta watch them.
Hold on.
I got you.
Ah, you're my hero.
When you look at certain fighters, as far as me, when I can change up my game plan.
Can I fight you?
When Shane Mosley hit me with the good shot in the 2nd round, that's a part of boxing. That comes with the territory. But me as a true champion, I can make adjustments. I can make physical adjustments and I can make mental adjustments. So when I went back to the corner, I said to myself.
No, you said to your dad.
No, my dad. My uncle in the corner.
Oh, your uncle.
Shut your mouth.
This is what I said to
No,
myself.
I'm saying.
Shut your mouth.
Fuck yourself.
Guys, come on. Are you being referee? Get the white glove.
The show must go on. The show must go on. This is just domestic. Okay. Okay, carry on. Come on.
Okay, so anyway, let's go back. We can go back to the Shane Mosley fight. Let's go back to the Shane Mosley fight.
Shane Mosley. Action, take 2.
So for the Shane Mosley fight, he hit me with a good shot. I made adjustments, but I went back to the corner. I didn't hear nothing. I was keyed into the opponent. I said, you know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna come back, and I'm not gonna be just a regular boxer. I'm gonna change my style up, and I'm gonna be a counter puncher. Once I came back, and I was a counter puncher, then I took his jab away, then the fight was a cakewalk from there. But it's all about making adjustments, even in life. Everybody in this room can make adjustments to something that they really want to do in life and to something that they really love doing. So boxing was something that I love to do. So no matter what, I studied boxing day in and day out, from day one. From 1977 to now, I studied boxing.
I studied you.
And for all the fighters, whether it was fighters from the UK, the US, from different islands, they all paved the way for me to be where I'm at today. So, you know, I commend them, but like I always say, it can only be one TBE.
The latter half is the more difficult half because when you're building your way through to those world title fights, eventually it's mandatory, it's compulsory who you have to face. And when we look at some of the names, please, when we look at some of the names that you've had to face, like Arturo Gatti, Zach Judah, Carlos Balderman, Oscar De La Hoya, Victor Ortiz, Miguel Cotto, Robert Guerrero, Canelo Alvarez. 2 fights back to back with Medina, you know, and of course in that mix as well, Ricky the Hitman Hatton. Talk to us, Floyd, if you would. Shh. You know, people would say, maybe swerve 1 or 2. Come on, look at the list. I mean, some great guys, talk us through some of the great memories from those most prolific fights, which were the latter fights that you faced.
Well, first I want to say, I take my hat off to Ricky Hatton. Tough competitor. All I can see is one word for Ricky Hatton: heart. Heart. When we look at the history books and certain things is, you know, written and certain things they talk about, make sure you tell them this. You know, when they talk about other fighters, they're saying they're the best and they accomplished this and they accomplished that. I'm the only fighter in history to beat 16 world champions straight.
So that's just one hell of a pedigree. I mean, that is a pedigree.
But the fight with Ricky Hatton was crazy.
Fuck Ricky Hatton.
Come on now.
All right, let's keep rolling. Camera is rolling. Let's keep this rolling, guys. Come on. Shh.
The build-up.
Keep going.
The build-up for me and Ricky Hatton was crazy. So, I'm gonna tell you guys what I would do to Ricky Hatton. I'm gonna tell you guys what Ricky Hatton would do to me. So, when we would travel and do our press tour, me and Ricky Hatton, what I would do is I'd tell somebody from my team, go buy some beer for Ricky Hatton. So, every night I'll find out where Ricky Hatton's room was located. I go sit the beer right by his door. So, you know me, different fights, I use defense. Sometimes I move on my toes, I like to box. So one day I woke up, I went and opened my door. I said, okay, it was some ballet shoes. So then, you know, when me and Ricky Hatton was in the fight, we was in a scuffle, we was close. I did one of my famous moves on Ricky Hatton.
Check hook.
Not that. It was a crafty boxing move that I used. I couldn't pay the ref for it. The hook done the job. A couple rounds down the line, Ricky Hatton done the same thing to me. And you know what? In the fight, I had to smile and say, you know what? He's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a guy. But Ricky Hatton, once again, tough competitor. Very, very tough. you know, as far as his fight with Pacquiao and other fights after me, I don't think he was the same mentally, you know, after losing to me.
Yeah, maybe, but he has got one hell of a heart, as you said.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
A lot of heart.
I mean, I'm looking on my list here. There are 3 other big names, British fighters there. I know there was talk of them. They came in.
Talk to me. Tell me about it.
Well, those 3 names I've got down here, I know there were talk, but perhaps it was down to money, or perhaps it was down to politics. Prince Nassim Hamid, Amir Khan, Kell Brook. Those 3 names came into the equation. Let's find out. If you shh, we'll find out. We'll just won't know.
Not in his league.
The Kell Brook name never came up. But I did talk to Kell Brook one time when I came over to the UK, and I told him that Errol Spence will become world champion, and we argued about it. We went back and forth about it, but Kell Brook really shocked me. He's one of the best fighters from the UK. He can fight his ass off. Yeah. Yes. He don't get the props that he deserves. Kell Brook can fight.
Is there?
In person, I seen him, man. Hell of a fighter. Hell of a show. Hell of a fighter. And when he was at 126, and I was at 130, which at 130 I was pretty boy fluent, and I don't think no fighter wanted to smoke when I was at 130. But Chris Nassim is still a close friend of mine. One of the best showmen in the sport of boxing that would ever live in the sport of boxing. And he had a hell of a career. And last but not least, Amir Khan.
Amir Khan, yeah.
Well, we just say this. You see what I done to Canelo, and you see it when he faced Canelo.
True. No, I get that. I get that. I think as an attacking fighter, as an offensive fighter, Amir Khan was very good, but maybe there was weaknesses. There was an Achilles heel. Maybe he couldn't take a shot as well as other fighters. Would that be a fair comment?
I mean, I think he know how to dish it out.
Oh yeah, exactly that.
He definitely know how to dish it out. But in the sport of boxing, the same way you dish it out, some days you have to be able to take it.
Yes, true.
But me, myself, I don't believe in taking punishment. No. Your health is your wealth. So that's why I'm able to stand up here now and go around the world, talk, communicate, talk with the people, tell my story, tell what I've been through, and I'm still sharp, and I made a lot of smart investments.
You have.
You know, it's about longevity. It's about long term. And right now, the best thing about my career is I didn't go out there and make, every time I fought, I didn't believe in going out there, I fight, make 100 million, and then spend 100 million. No. You know, you always, no matter what you make in life, you always put half up. So if I go make 100,000, put 50,000 up. 100 million, put 50 million up. You always got to save money for a rainy day. And what I did was I made a lot of smart investments.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
I mean, nobody comes close. I'm looking at the pay-per-view figures. It's like nearly $2 billion. Now that is like 200 million. It's $1.7 billion. No one's come close. The big fight out of all of them, because I was looking at the figures, Floyd, was... Sorry, go on.
The 3 biggest fights. The 3 biggest fights that paid off the best were, and I must tell the people, I bought myself out of my contract from Top Rank for $750,000. In 3 fights with Canelo, Pacquiao, and Conor McGregor, I made $750 million.
Yeah. Looking at the figures here, Pacquiao 400,000, 370 million, the Conor McGregor. I mean, yeah, it's all there.
Well, you know, I know the numbers is coming.
By comparison, 50 million for the Hatton fight. So that'll give you an idea.
I know the numbers is kind of up and down, but you can just go to Forest and find out who's number 1 as far as the athletes.
So let me ask you, did it get to the point where it was about money or protecting the zero? How important was that? As you got closer towards that record of, am I going to break Rocky Marciano's record of 49-0? Because you were the only one who was coming close to it. Joe Calzaghe got fairly close at 46-0, but you You got to 48, 49, and then there was a break. You got to 49, you retired, Floyd, for a while, and then you decided to go 50 with Conor McGregor.
Well, it's really not about being 49 and old, being 50 and old.
What's it about?
What do you have in your career so? What do you, I'm saying people, just in general. A fighter go out there and say, I fought, it's like me going out there and say, you know what, I fought for over 27 years, but I don't got nothing to show for it. All I got is belts, title belts at home collecting dust. Or I can say, you know what, I got a Floyd Mayweather museum, and I got all my different accolades, in the Floyd Mayweather museum, all my trophies and all my belts, and I made smart investments. I taught my children how to make smart investments, and I'm building the Mayweather brand, I'm building the TMT brand, and I'm still growing. Generational wealth. That's what's important to me.
There's the youngest boy in the room here tonight. The youngest boy in this house here tonight.
Yes.
He's 5 years old, right? His name's Rocco, right? And he's sitting through there. Now this little boy this is how talented he is. The school, and they never do this, they've given permission for this little boy to come into London and train in a boxing gym when he should be at school learning. And I wondered what advice you would have for this little boy. Can we see him? His name's Rocco. I've seen him on pads, this little boy. I don't know if Dad can bring him through, but he's around somewhere. I know he's here. Where is he? He's around somewhere. Here he comes, look. See this little boy?
Right here.
He's 5 years old. Right? Where's Dad? Dad's around somewhere. Rocco, come on. Now this little boy, look at the size of him, right? He has had nearly 100 gym bouts. He's had nearly 100 gym bouts, and he's 5. They're not normally allowed in clubs till they're 9 or 10. Floyd, what advice would you give to this little baby boy here? And he is such a sweet boy. What advice would you give to this little boy? Because that was you one day many moons ago.
My advice to this little champion right here is, if nobody breaks my record, you will.
Sitting on the stool.
Floyd, can we fight?
Is he right there for a minute? Now, it's quite interesting because I'm going to come to a closing point soon.
My little boys used to be this size.
You got boys too?
They're 21 and 19 now. So they big boys now. Show me your skills.
Is he going to do a little, he might do a little bit of shadow boxing. Right, Rocco, what you got? Show me what you got. He's got his Stone Island jacket on as well, his little sweatshirt now. My son's in the house. My son's the model for Stone Island, and this little boy here has got his Stone Island on. So, interestingly, you said to me only the other night, you wouldn't want your sons to be boxing.
Absolutely not.
Right? But you would give this little lad some encouragement to say, go forward, we'll do it.
Once again,
It's a great sport.
Remember, guys, I talked about this before. I can't tell you how to handle your household. I handle my household totally different. In my home, education is first. Education is first in my home. And my children always knew that since I never wanted my children to be like me. I wanted my children to be better than me. So whatever I get involved in, I want them to take it to that next level. And I want my kids to, of course, boxing is a lot of wear and tear on the body. When I look at, a fighter like Muhammad Ali, a guy that was so, unbelievable, such a legendary champion, a guy that opened up so many that knocked down so many barriers and opened up so many doors for myself. When I looked at, his health after his career, I always said to myself, I kept my fingers crossed and said, you know what, I have to keep my defense tight because I don't want to end up in that position because that can happen to anyone. And one thing I tell about whoever Rocco's trainer is, make sure that education is first. No matter how many days he goes to the boxing gym, if you teach him boxing 5 days a week, make sure he get an education 7 days a week. Education is more important.
Right, I've got 10 quick jabs coming at you. They're what I call 10 quick jab questions. These are bang, bang, bang answers.
Give me 10 questions.
I'm going to throw them at you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your favourite boxer, past and present. Your favourite boxer, from back and from now. Then and now. Come on, man. You can do this. Your favourite boxer from way back when. Who inspired you the most? Who would you look at and go, wow?
It's more than just one fighter. It's more than just one fighter. But if I had to just talk Pernell Whitaker.
Pernell Whitaker? Good shout. What about now?
Me.
Apart from your good self.
Who's my favorite fighter right now?
Right, Lomachenko. Would Lomachenko come into that? Maybe?
Any fighter that's under the Mayweather Promotions banner or the BBC
Of
banner.
course. And there's me worrying us in that, of course. Okay, question 2.
If I go out there and say a certain fighter, then
politics.
I won't be able to go back home.
You get lynched. Okay, the opponent that you disliked the most.
Oscar De La Hoya.
Really? Oscar De La Hoya. The greatest win that gave you more satisfaction out of all of those fights. What win really made you go, yes?
It's 2 fights.
Okay, I'll take 2.
Ricky Hatton and Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao. Okay. Last one on boxing. Was there ever a time that you thought you might lose? Yeah, but you're reading the question, man. So that's cheating. That's cheating because he was looking over my shoulder. Right. 5 personals. They're not disrespectful personals, but they're 5 personals. Aside from boxing, what's your favourite thing to do outside of boxing? If we don't talk boxing, what do you do in your spare time? I'm trying to find out about you as a man.
I love to go to NBA games.
Okay.
Yes, I love to go watch basketball.
Okay. Next one. You travel extensively. What's your favourite country to visit?
Probably, if it's not the UK, probably Dubai.
Dubai?
UK or Dubai.
Okay.
But I like Tokyo.
Now, I haven't touched on any of your possessions, like your jewellery or your money, because everybody tends to talk about that. But I've got to ask you this. You collect jewellery. You look at this wonderful necklace that you're wearing and your beautiful watch, okay. You collect jewellery and you like collectibles. What is your favourite possession out of all of them? Shh. You must have one and you go, oh.
I mean, you can't take nothing with you when you leave.
You can't, you have to leave it to States.
So my thing is this, I enjoy it while I'm here. I enjoy it while I'm here and I enjoy life.
It's a very political response. You've got a bit vague on this. They're not one. You love it all.
This is something to do.
Okay. Now we come to the last 2. If you were stranded on a desert island and you've got 1 month, you've got to take 1 CD album with you, or 1 album, and you're allowed 1 meal for a month. I want to know what your favourite album that you would take with you to listen to for a month, and what's your favourite meal that you'd sit there on the beach while you're waiting to be rescued. Shh. Who's your favourite singer, performer of all?
Well, I like Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Okay. And what are you going to eat for a month?
Fish.
I'm on an island.
You're on an island. It'll be delivered. Because, you know, that's how it rolls with Team Mayweather. You ain't got to catch fish, man. straight for it. It's going to come on a boat. Do you want pizza? Do you want chicken?
Fish.
Fish, okay. And the final question from me.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Away from all the cameras and the bright lights like we're doing this tonight with all these people, not intruding in your privacy, but finding out about you. If you're sitting there on your own, maybe in your home, what's the one thing that really makes you happy?
Me.
I don't think so.
Be true.
There's got to be something that you think, yeah, I can do that.
That my dad is still healthy at his age, my mom is still healthy
Wow.
at her age. Every time I speak with my children and we talk, they're extremely positive, and it's always great to come together around the holidays. So just with my family being healthy and happy, that makes me feel good every day when I wake up.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have been privileged to actually be opened up to the world of Floyd Mayweather Jr. There are certain things I never knew about this man, but one thing you can't knock is what this man has achieved, and he has come from something that I didn't realise and many of us haven't. Without a doubt, and if you just check the facts and figures and stats, there is no boxer that comes near this man as being the best pound-for-pound boxer of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight, Floyd Mayweather.